Lesson 6, Grade 8. Do you want to like what you do every day? The answer should be yes. Of course I want to like what I do every day. Your happiness will highly depend on it. If you hate what you do and you have to go every single day and do it, you're not going to be very happy, are you? Well, last month you took a personality survey, which gave us a 3-letter code, and that's called the Holland Code. Choosing a career or education program that fits your Holland Code personality is a vital step toward career well-being and job satisfaction. So we're going to take a few minutes to look at the 6 different Holland personality areas. I have them right up here on the board here. We have the realistic personality area, and those are the doers. They like to do things. They're very hands-on. We have our conventional area. Those are the organizers. We have the enterprising, which are your persuaders. Those are your lawyers, your debaters. We have our artistic, which are our creators. Our social, which are our helpers. And our investigative, which are our thinkers. Now, what you do to get your Holland Code is you take the first letter of each area. For instance, if you are realistic for your number 1, conventional for your number 2, and enterprising for your number 3, your code would be RCE. You took the first letter of each group, and that's your code. So let's take a moment, and if you look at your survey from last month, you'll see on the bottom you have 3 areas. Now, if you had only 2 areas, that's because you might have had zeros in all your other blocks. So you take the first letter from each of those words, and that's your 3-letter Holland Code. What you're going to do with that code is you're going to get onto a website, and it's at the top of your assignment page, and you're going to research 4 different jobs that come from your code. Now, you could pick one of your codes, say realistic, type that in, or actually click on the jobs that are under the realistic heading. Or you might want to look at realistic and conventional combined, because a lot of jobs are a combined traits. So it's a couple of the personalities put together. It could even be 3 of your personalities put together can give you a list of jobs. That's going to narrow it down even more. So one thing I want to tell you before you get on the website is there on this website, they're going to have jobs by job zones. And the job zones are going to tell you, if you know for sure that you are not interested in doing anything past high school, then you don't want to look for any jobs that are beyond job zone 1, because those jobs require nothing beyond high school. So if you type in realistic, then under realistic, you want to look for job zone 1 jobs. Those are jobs that require very little, and it keeps going up in amount of education. So job 4 would be your typical college 4-year degree. So if you know, okay, I'm okay with going to college and getting a 4-year degree, then you can look for jobs that are in job zone 4. And if you want jobs that require more than 4 years, then you would look in job zone 5. Job zone 2 and 3, those would be jobs that maybe require a certificate or a 2-year college program or 2-year, a couple-year apprentice program. So first, you're going to find your personality type. And then under that personality type, you want to look for the job zone that you realistically know that you want to obtain. I know I've heard some of you say, oh, I'm not doing anything past high school. Then don't look for anything past job zone 1. But it will be very curious for you to look, okay, how much am I going to make in a job zone 1 job? If I go for 2 years and get a certificate or a degree, what will I make? Oh, now if I go for 4 years, what would I make in a realistic job or an artistic job or a social job? You'll see that obviously the higher the job zone, the higher the salary. So like we always say, it's going to depend on what kind of lifestyle you want to live. That's going to depend on what job zone you're going to pick. Obviously, the more money you make, you're going to have more flexibility with the kind of lifestyle you live. If you're barely making enough to pay your bills because you didn't want to do anything past high school, that's the lifestyle that you have set for yourself. Okay? So advisors They're going to take this paper home with them. So what I want you to do is in their folders, I've given you sheets of stickers that you just put the grade on it, which will say 8th grade. Pull one off, put it inside their folder, and I want them to write the 4 careers that they researched today on that sticker neatly, so that our hope is this folder will go with them next year to high school, or we will bring it, because we'll be working with the 9th graders next year. We'll be able to see what did they research in 8th grade, how has that changed, and help them see how it's changed or stayed the same, or they can look further into that same job. So don't forget to put the sticker and have them neatly write their careers on that sticker.